A landmark decision is about to be made, and you need to know about it.
Genetically engineered alfalfa is currently being studied by the USDA.
For the first time ever, they were forced to conduct an environmental impact statement, better known as an EIS, on GE alfalfa.
As a result of a lawsuit filed by the Center for Food Safety.
The USDA is under the assumption that the consumers don't care. Here's why you should care.
Genetically engineered alfalfa easily cross-pollinates. In other words, it's very easy for genetically engineered alfalfa to fly out of its normal field and end up in neighboring fields.
Nothing stops GE alfalfa from spreading to other surrounding fields, and this puts all natural and organic farmers at risk of their fields being polluted and thus ruined by these GE crops.
If the GE alfalfa passes approval, it will proliferate organic dairy farmers' product. The livestock will be fed this GE alfalfa, consequentially making their products non-organic.
This puts farmers out of business.
They lose their seeds, their crops, their labor, and then they have to recultivate the land all over again.
If this doesn't cause the farmers to go bankrupt, then they face litigation with Monsanto.
As Monsanto already sues hundreds of farmers every year, accusing them of stealing their monstrous seed that travels through pollination.
Then there's a question of horizontal gene transfer, in which genetic material can be passed on sexually from one organism to another.
Under these circumstances, the genetic construct of GM foods could potentially be transferred to microorganisms, earthworms, insects, birds, mammals, even human beings who interact with the crops.
Alfalfa is the fourth largest crop grown in America. It falls behind corn and soy,
which 4 out of 5 already are GE modified.
GE alfalfa is deregulated and allowed to be planted despite its possible damaging effects on our environment. Wheat will be the next of the GE crops introduced by Monsanto into our farmland.
Then crops like wheat will be next. Wheat will be big money for companies like Monsanto.
Another big issue is that this genetically engineered alfalfa will remain in the fields for several growing seasons.
Therefore, with alfalfa, it will not only affect the first harvest of the crop, but will also affect many crops after.
How the Supreme Court rules in this case will set a precedent for all future GE crop decisions.
Therefore, the final decision will have broad implications for all GE crops to come.
Many countries in Europe has banned GE plants after studies because of the effect they have on the environment.
Now, the USDA is being forced to look into it, but they think we, the consumers, don't care.
We must act now and show them that we do care.
Voice your opinion. Tell them that you care.
it only takes 15 seconds. I did it. You don't have to leave an address or anything, just your name and an email, and you send out the form letter to the USDA with all the reasons why you don't want genetically engineered alfalfa to be let loose into our system.
Be on the right side of history. Take a landmark stance with us now and just say no to GMOs.
And just say no to GMOs.
Just say no to GMOs.
And just say no to GMOs.
And just say no to GMOs.
Just say no to GMOs.
Just say no to GMOs.
All the links will be in the sidebar so you can help stop this horrible evolution.